helping Carly's cause by being here.
He's right, Jason. You should go. It's just going to escalate things further.
Carly wants me to stay.
Carly wants a lot of things that aren't in her best interest. All my daughters.
Did Jocelyn seem upset to you?
Jocelyn's not old enough to know that you're a danger to her. That's why I have to protect her.
By suing Carly for custody.
See, this is more proof that Jocelyn's not safe with her mother. You should probably make a note of this.
Yeah, make a note of that, Alexis.
Yeah, well, someone has to be the responsible parent here and put Jocelyn's needs first.
You mean like when Jocelyn had her kidney transplant and I went to Jason and I asked him to save her life? And he could have said no because he was grieving for his own son, but he didn't. Jaxie went straight to Elizabeth and he asked her to put her pain aside and help us. And now you want to go to a judge and tell him that I'm a bad mother because I have the audacity to let Jocelyn hang out with the man who saved her life? Go ahead. Go tell that to a judge and see where it gets you.
I'm not going to put Jocelyn's life in danger, especially after everything she's been through. I'm taking her back to the hotel.
No, you're not.
Carly.
No, you're not.
I've been granted emergency sole custody. Okay? Show her the court order.
There is no court order. I never filed the paperwork. It'd be best to work this out privately.
We've tried that, Alexis. That's how we ended up in court in the first place.
No, I was willing to compromise.
You're willing to compromise our daughter's safety, and I'm not.
You're the one who got rid of Sean.
Because I don't want my daughter's life in the hands of some mercenary who's proven to sell out to the highest bidder.
I wouldn't have hired Sean if I didn't trust him.
Jocelyn wouldn't need a guard if you hadn't brought Franco into our lives.
Are you now saying it's Jason's fault that Franco's a psychopath?
This
Come
is
on.
exactly why I'm imploring you both to work this out privately. And don't do this in front of a judge. He won't like it. Now, if we put Jocelyn first, can everyone possibly be mature and civil about it?
I'm not going to discuss this in front of Jason anymore.
Okay, but you know what? If Alexis is going to stay, I'd like Jason to stay.
So much for being mature.
Alexis is my attorney.
She's also your ex-wife and your best friend. I would say that's a conflict of interest, wouldn't you?
See, this is why we can't come to a compromise. Because Carly can't be reasonable when it comes to Sonny and Jason, right?
Then let's leave it up to a judge.
You do that, and I guarantee neither of you will be satisfied. Your character will be brought up into question, and you are not gonna like it. And you will not get sole custody. A judge is not going to grant sole custody to two parents who are willing and able to take care of their child.
I am willing. I want Jocelyn to spend time with her father. Jax wants to keep her away from me.
No, and I said that you can visit her whenever you want.
Carly's her mother. She shouldn't have to go to a hotel to see her daughter.
Hey! Focus! Okay. Carly has agreed to share custody. What will it take to make that work?
Well, for a start, that he has no more contact with my daughter, ever. And that's one thing on the list of many. How could you even consider putting Jocelyn in danger after the pain you just went through with your own son?
Don't you dare bring Jake into
I'm just following your lead.
No, you're not.
I'm grateful that your son was able to give my daughter a second chance. And I don't want to see that cut short because of some senseless act of violence.
Neither do I.
Then keeping your distance would be a good start.
No, he won't. He won't. He's not a danger to Jocelyn. Jason would never do anything to hurt her.
Jason's motives aren't what Jax is concerned about.
No, it's the fact that Jocelyn will be fair game whenever he's around.
Okay, don't listen to this. I know you would do anything you can to fix this for me, but I need you, okay? Do you hear that? I need him here.
Do the right thing, Jason, and walk away.
Carly's my best friend. I would never turn my back on her.
See, it's a waste of time. Because Carly, she can't be reasonable when it comes to Sonny and Jason.
Franco is the danger here, not Jason and not Sonny.
Sonny shouldn't even factor into this conversation.
Sonny factors into this conversation because he is the father of Jocelyn's brother, so he is bound to be here from time to time. You know that.
You remember when we were married, you actually wanted him to sign away his rights to Morgan? Because Morgan was in danger because of Sonny. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that. And Morgan was in the middle of it, and I just wanted to protect him, and it ended up hurting Morgan more.
Oh.
And that's what I don't want to do to Jocelyn. That's why I'm not going for sole custody.
Did you hear what she just said? That's exactly what a judge wants to hear.
Concerns about my bid for custody, we should perhaps discuss it in private.
I did. We did. You didn't listen. I'm not telling you anything that a judge wouldn't tell you, Jax. The the court automatically assumes that each parent is entitled to 50% of the child's time. And if that isn't practical on a daily basis, then something else gets worked out.
And what if one parent puts the child in constant danger?
Short of Carly being a meth addict or you being a serial killer, of which you'd still get visitation, there is nothing damning enough to warrant either of you losing custody. So, in short, you need to learn to share, all right? And I suggest you work out a custody agreement amongst yourselves, otherwise the court will do it for you.
Jax, I didn't even try to find a way to compromise with Elizabeth, and I lost out on Jake's life.
You did the
Don't
right
miss out on
thing. You did the
Jocelyn's.
right thing giving up Jake. I wish Carly could do the same for our child.
Jax, wait. It isn't fair for you to make me chase after you in high heels.
I'm trying to protect my daughter, and you can't even file the appropriate paperwork.
Believe it or not, I was trying to help you.
By undercutting me in front of Carly? I thought we were friends. You know, I've supported you in everything you've ever done. This is how you repay me. Thanks a lot.
There aren't many people outside my daughters that I would walk through fire for. You happen to be at the top of the list. And if I loved you any less, I would have told you what you wanted to hear. But I wouldn't have been a good attorney or a good friend, for that matter. The only way that you're going to get sole custody is if you lie about Carly on the stand, and I'm not going to be a party to that.
If you didn't think that I could get sole custody, why didn't you just tell me that?
Because you would have gone to another attorney to tell you what you wanted to hear, and that would hurt you. If Carly goes in there asking for shared custody, she will look like the reasonable parent, and you will look like the alienating parent, and you might risk losing Jocelyn altogether.
I'm not going to apologize for trying to protect my daughter.
I understand. Nobody gets this more than I do. You know that. I did everything I could to keep Christina away from Sonny, and all that it did was make her think that her father didn't love her. Is that how you want Jocelyn to feel about Carly?
I'm not trying to keep her away from Carly. She can see her whenever she wants.
But you just want it all on your terms.
I've had a front row seat to how Michael and Morgan have grown up, okay? And I've seen the things that I've gone through because of the lifestyle that Sonny and Jason chose. I don't want that for my daughter. So what am I supposed to do?
Please, compromise,
No,
Jax.
I will not compromise on my
Fine,
daughter's safety. I've already
fine.
said that 100 times.
Then you are putting yourself in a bad position, and you are putting Carly in the better one.
Why don't you start acting like my attorney and actually tell me how I can beat Carly in court?